Hello guys and welcome to a new video. In this episode I'm gonna talk about a powerful concept. I believe this is a game changer concept if you backtest it and study it in depth. This concept is the fundamental of everything ICT teaches. Every ICT concept is built on this concept right here. Every trading model is built on this concept. So after this episode, I believe you will see the markets differently. All right. The thing we're gonna talk about here is internal and external liquidity. Now, without any further ado, let's just get started. But before I start explaining, I want you to hear this clip. All right. This is from ICT himself. He talked about it on episode 2 on from the 2022 mentorship. Maybe you didn't pay much of attention to it, so hear this out and focus on his words.
When I say learn to start looking for where the market's going to draw to, it's drawing to one of two things, okay? It's drawing to stops, which is liquidity, or it's running to an imbalance. Now, what's that mean? Above old highs, buy stops. Below old lows, sell stops. Imbalances is something like this over here.
As you can hear, the markets do only two things. The price will either seek for liquidity above old highs and old lows, or balance and imbalance. That's the only two things. That's the only two things the market will do. This is how the market books. Every other thing is irrelevant. Smart money, the algorithm will either balance and imbalance or seek for liquidity on all highs and all lows. So I want you to write this on your note, because everything I open the chart on the daily and the weekly to determine bias or the direction of the market, I write this. The market will do only two things. It will either seek for liquidity or balancing an imbalance. An imbalance is a fair value gap. Now, how does this look in the marketplace? So let's do a visual representation of it. So let's just keep this here. For example, let's say there is some sort of an old high or old low right here. So this forms of liquidity. The market maybe do this, 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 and this. So this one right here, this old highs and old lows, this is called external range liquidity. And internal range liquidity is this fair value gaps. The market will go from external to internal, from internal to external range liquidity, from external range liquidity then to internal range liquidity. That's all it does. The market will do only two things. And after going to many examples, I'm going to show you exactly how does this look in real conditions. Now let's go to some of the examples right here. We have this one. As you can see, this is the weekly chart of GBP EUD. We have this monthly fair value gap. So this is internal range liquidity. All right, this is internal range liquidity. After taking this internal range liquidity, the market draw to external range liquidity, which is all high. All right, you can see also after the market takes this external range liquidity, what does it do next? Go to internal range liquidity, taking internal range liquidity, then external range liquidity, and vice versa. Now let's go deeper. Let's zoom in and go to the daily chart. So we are currently on the daily chart. Now after taking this internal range liquidity, excuse me for a second. You can see now, after taking this internal range liquidity, the market, what does it do next? Attacking external range liquidity. After attacking this external range liquidity, what does it do next? Retracing to a fair value gap right here, which is internal range liquidity. This is how the markets books internal range liquidity. Then what are the next target? External range liquidity. Taking this external range liquidity, then retracing to a fair value gap, balancing imbalance, which is internal range. Attacking external, balancing an imbalance, external, balancing an imbalance, and vice versa. All right, let's go to another example. This is a new example of so this is the Dixie on the daily chart. You can see here, after taking this external range liquidity, which is an old low, the market, what does it do next? Retracing to a fair value gap, which is internal range liquidity. Let's go to another example. This is odd USD, AUD USD. You can see that after taking, we are on the monthly chart currently, the market attacked this external range liquidity. After that, your eyes should be, the next target should be internal range liquidity. Now, what is internal range liquidity right here? You guessed it, this is this fair value gap right here. This is now, after taking this liquidity, you can guess, you can either the market will do here. Now, how would you determine if the market will go to this external liquidity or this one? You can check the maybe the lower time frames and see what does it tell you. Now there is another example right here. Price takes external range liquidity. What does it do next? Going into this internal range liquidity. All right, now you can see we have another example right here. Price takes this old low, which is external range liquidity. Now after taking this external range liquidity, plus we are on a daily and a weekly fair value gap, what are the next thing to do is maybe price will retrace to this internal range liquidity, and that's exactly what it did. So you can see this concept is everywhere. This is the only this is the only thing the markets do. It will either seek for external range liquidity or internal range liquidity. From external to internal, from internal to external. That is the only thing you need to know to make a buys or a long-term direction. All right. So you can go and backtest this concept on your chart. Take notes. Apply this on the daily chart and the 4-hour chart to determine direction, and see how your trading game is completely changed. I believe that's everything. I covered everything. I don't want to make this a long video. All right. I want to make it quick. So if you have any questions, please DM me on my Twitter account, or leave a comment in the description. The comment section, and I'll answer you as soon as I can. Happy trading and good luck.